participants who have joined and who are very eager to give the SIT EEE exam, which is on 3rd of July, right? And in the last webinar which we conducted, we had many queries regarding what the exam would be all about, what would be the cutoffs, what kind of questions would come in the paper, how do we prepare, there are no previous year question papers, so on and so forth, right? And so for that reason, we thought that let's have this webinar wherein we'll try to cover your maximum doubts about SIT EEE exam, about the admission process at SIT Pune once your SIT EEE results are out, and then followed by if you all have any queries regarding any of the disciplines which are offered at SIT, right? So what we would be doing is initially I will be presenting in front of you some of the important points about SIT EEE, some important guidelines, followed by the admission process which we are going to follow for SIT EEE, and then we will begin with the Q&A and interaction, right? So let me start. I hope the meeting recording is on. Yeah, okay. So yes, so this is the wonderful building which is located at Pune, and we are SIT, that is Symbiosis Institute of Technology. We are the pioneering engineering institute of Symbiosis International University. Last year, another campus at Nagpur opened, but we are here. We were the first engineering institute under Symbiosis International University, and we are located at Pune, right? And today's webinar is being conducted by the SIT Pune's admission team. So we are a constituent of the Symbiosis International University. So this is a image of our Pune campus where our university is located in between the hills. Yeah, so who are we? We are pioneering engineering institute of Symbiosis at Pune. We are more than 11 years old. We started in 2008. We are AICTE approved and we are re-accredited by NAC with A grade. Yeah, so these are some of our rankings. So because this is one of the questions which many parents ask, so we are ranked, rather our university is ranked first amongst all private Indian universities by NIRF, and even the QS World rankings have ranked us second amongst all private Indian universities. Now these are the rankings which are by our SIT. So the India Today in 2019 has ranked us first among the emerging private colleges of the century and second among the private engineering colleges in West Zone. Similarly, we have got wonderful rankings by Outlook also. So on the ranking board, we are really topping the chart. Okay, now coming to the main important things, how are we taking in admissions this year at SIT Pune for the various programs which are offered? So this year, I mean, rather every year, we take admissions for 3 courses. One is BTech first year, BTech second year for the lateral entry students, and MTech. So we have these 3 ways of taking admissions at SIT. So BTech first year, we take admissions via SIT EEE exam, which most of you all have registered for. We also take admissions via JEE and any state government engineering entrance exam, right? So every state has its own engineering entrance exam. So even via those scores, we admit students to SIT. For diploma students, those who have done diploma and would like to enter SIT in their second year, you have to have a diploma mark sheet from a recognized diploma college. And students who want to take admissions in our MTech program, they can, if they have a valid GATE 2022 score, then that is one way of entering. And second is we also have our own MTech entrance exam. Even via that, the admission to MTech program can be done. So this webinar is very specifically for students who would like to get admitted at the first year. So again, to repeat, first year admissions are accepted via scores of SIT EEE, JEE, and any state government engineering entrance exam. Now, before I move ahead, these are some of the salient features of SIT. The reason I'm presenting them is you all can have, if you all have any questions, we have faculties from each and every discipline who would answer to your questions. If you have any questions regarding what kind of placements opportunities are there, what kinds of internships are offered at SIT, and so on, then in that case, you should know exactly what SIT offers to you once you take admission to us. So these are some of our highlights. So being a part of the international deemed university, internationalization is at the peak at SIT. So right from students getting an opportunity to spend an entire semester abroad, we have semester abroad programs, we have visits to foreign universities where students can go on a visit and visit the different campus facilities which are available there. Even students from other countries also come to co-learn with you in your own classroom. So internationalization is very much at its peak at SIT. Other than that, our students also go in for internships. So we have summer internships, winter internships. We have a dedicated 6 months internship semester, wherein for the entire 6 months, the student can go to the industry, do some project in that domain, and then from there, if he performs well, which all our students do, they also get offered a pre-placement offer. We have strategically placed our internship semester in the 8 semesters so that the students can immediately get hired by the company. Third, we have a multicultural and vibrant on-campus life. So we have students who are from all parts of India and rather all parts of the world. So you would have students who are learning with you from Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, Noida, Punjab, from Hyderabad, from Kerala, from Goa. Even we have students from Northeast who are there with us on the campus. Now, many of our disciplines, they also offer short-term certification courses. So maybe if you are a student of mechanical engineering and you would like to do a short-term certification course in cybersecurity, which is offered by the CS department, you can rather go in for it, right? So these short-term certification courses are like interdisciplinary courses wherein any student of any discipline can appear for those certification courses. So learning has no bar or no barrier at all at SIT. Further, we also offer BTech degree with honors. So for example, if you are pursuing your BTech in computer science, then along with that, you can also do your honors in maybe AI, machine learning, game development, and so on. Similarly, if you are doing your BTech in civil engineering, then you can do your honors along with a degree of BTech civil engineering. You can do your honors in maybe smart city, right? So these honors are basically additional specializations which the students can gain along with their BTech engineering degree. We have a conducive research environment here at SIT. So most of our UG students, they go in for they publish papers, they present the papers in conferences, they publish high quality journal papers, conference papers, and the institute provides research funding to all such talented students. So we have a very conducive research environment wherein not only MTech students, even BTech UG students publish papers. They publish papers, they publish patents, they have copyright. So it's like a wholesome, holistic development of the student. We have holistic engineering curriculum because we offer service learning also to the students. We teach them creative thinking, design thinking. They also get to learn foreign languages right in their second year. So our second year students can learn or can opt for French, Spanish, German. Now this is very beneficial because many of our students go in for MS immediately after they graduate, and having the knowledge of these foreign languages actually helps them while applying for their MS degree. We have very focused skill development activities. So if you all were present for the earlier webinar, we gave a glimpse of the Tinker Lab. So Tinker Lab is something which is very effectively done in all the departments. So in Tinker Lab, each and every student can understand right from understanding how the battery cell management can be done, how to open up a computer and again understand the internal parts of the computer, or maybe try to understand how a 3D printer works. So going into the basics, not just learning theoretically, but understanding the practical aspects of each and every part which is taught in engineering is also being done at SIT. Now, this is again one very good advantage which maybe other colleges might not be able to offer, is that SIT students have an option to pursue diploma in business management. right? So SIBM, our sister concern, is it's already very famous, and then many students always want to have a degree in diploma, sorry, a diploma degree in business management. So at SIT, what our students get an opportunity is, right, during their 4 years, they can also get a diploma in business management. So when they graduate at the end of 4 years, they have a BTech degree as well as they have a diploma in business management degree. And the faculties who conduct this diploma course are nobody but the actual faculties from the SIBM Pune Institute. And finally, these strong industry connections. We lie in the industrial hub of Pune. We are very well connected, strongly connected with the different companies, both service-based companies and product-based companies in and across Pune. And that actually gives us an upper hand to develop very strong industry connect. So most of our placements happen because of the strong industry collaborations wherein our institute has MOUs, has some kind of collaborations, has industrial visits, wherein the industry people also find out or they realize the talent which is there in our students, and hence eventually it leads to internships and very good placements. Now, to give a understanding of what all placements happen at SIT, I believe this is a question which would be there in everyone's mind. So we thought, let us give a glimpse of the placements which take place at SIT. So we have this short video for all of you, wherein you'll get to know the different kinds of companies which come at SIT and what is the packages which have been offered. So let me play the video. Yes, so I believe everyone was able to see the video. Shall I move ahead? Can someone confirm if you all were able to see the video?
Yes. Yes, madam.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. One second, the screen is not going. Just let me reshare. 1 second. Yes. So as you could see from the placement video which we showed, all our branches, whether it is mechanical engineering, whether it is civil engineering, whether it is computer science engineering, whether it is electronics and telecommunication engineering, each and every branch of engineering at SIT, all our students have been placed in wonderful companies. Our average package currently, just yesterday I got this information from our placement cell that our average package has also increased now to 9.37, right? So wonderful placements this year, right? And this is actually something which we call as our USP. We have this advantage of being in Pune, and because of that, our placements have been really wonderful. Also, from the companies which you all could see, for each and every branch, there were multidisciplinary companies which came. So this actually indicates that our students are each student, whether he belongs to any of the branches, he can really perform well for any of the companies which come to hire them. So that is one of the strong points which we would like to be really proud of, and we would be happy to present in front of you. Now, let us come to this most important part of our webinar today, which is about the SITEE exam. And this webinar today is very specifically been conducted to give you all a glimpse about what the exam is about. Yeah. So before I move on with the presentation, let me just present in front of you one disclaimer. So the contents of this presentation today, whatever information we are sharing, we have been referring to the set website. So please keep in mind that you have to keep yourself updated by referring to the official website of Symbiosis entrance test for any official communication. Since the exam is still 15 days ago, it might happen that certain things might undergo change. There would be very less chances, but depending on the prevailing pandemic condition of COVID-19 or any other unavoidable circumstances, the schedules as well as the nature or the structure of the test can change, and all these tests can be either conducted online or entirely offline or in a combination of both the modes. And the discretion of everything about SITEEE is totally with SIU. So we would request all the parents that from now till the exam is being conducted on 3rd of July, we request you to please keep yourself updated for any kind of official communication by referring to the SET website, right? The SET website, every one of you already knows, it is settest.org. So request you all to keep yourself updated on that. Yeah. So what is SITEEE Exam 2022? So candidates aspiring to join BTech programs offered by the institutes of Symbiosis International Deemed University have to appear for this common mandatory computer-based test. So as of now, the exam would be not online. It has to be given in the CBT mode, that is computer-based test mode, at the centers which would be appearing on your admit cards. Earlier, the SITEEE exam was known as SET. From 2018, it has been known as SIT Engineering Entrance Exam. So SITEEE. This exam is conducted in computer-based test mode across various cities of India. How do you register? So a candidate needs to register for SITEEE 2022 by going onto their website, and he can also register for the institute offering his or her choice of programs by paying separate program registration fees, right? Once you are shortlisted, once the results are out and you are shortlisted, then the further admission process is being conducted by the institute, right? So once the SITEEE exam results are being declared, after that, the entire admission process would be handled by SIT admission team, and you will have to then report or approach the SIT admission team. Rather, they would always be in touch with you via your registered email IDs and phone numbers. Also, Symbiosis Institute of Technology, Pune also admits students through JEE Mains, MSCET, and other state-level entrance tests for engineering. So, if a candidate wants to seek admissions on basis of test other than SITEEE, he or she need not register. It's not compulsory to register for SITEEE. You can also separately register for JEE Mains and MSCET. Rather, we would advise you all, however, to register for all the three tests so that you can appear on the merit list of any one of them. Now, coming to some of the very important dates regarding SITEEE. So, our online registration for SITEEE began on January 25th, 2022, which was Tuesday. The online registration, now this is very, very important. The online registration closes on June 15th, and the registration date also closes on this day, right? So June 15th, which is Wednesday, coming Wednesday, the registration portal will be closed, and even the fee payment to register for the exam will be closed. So if you all have not registered or have not done the payment, we would request you to please do the same at the earliest, right? Only the students who complete the registration and completes the payment by June 15th, only they would be issued the admit cards, and only they would be allowed for the examination. The admit cards would be live on the on the SET website on June 22nd, 2022 onwards. So the admit cards would be there on the website. As soon as you get the admit cards, you are all requested to download it and take color printouts of that admit card. The admit card has to be kept safely with you. Please do not lose it, because that is the only authenticated proof of you appearing for the examination. Please maintain the admit card till the entire admission process gets over. You don't have to maintain it only till SITEEE exam, but rather you have to maintain it, keep it safe till the entire SIT EEE or the entire SIT admission process gets over. Further, the entrance test date is July 3rd, which is a Sunday. Entrance test time is 2 p.m. to 3 p.m., so this is of 60 minutes. And the test results would be declared on July 12th, which is a Tuesday. Right? So from once the results have been declared, we would be coming out with the merit list, and then the admission rounds would be conducted. The entire admission process of SIT EEE we would be taking up once I complete this presentation. Now, some very important process updates which we would like you to keep in mind. All these process updates are there on the SET website, so you all need not worry. You all can go through the SET website and read all of them very, very carefully. We are just presenting them in the webinar for everyone's knowledge. So SIT EEE exam is going to be conducted, as I said, on July 3rd from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. It would be in CBT mode at the test center, which will be assigned to you. Where you will get to know the test center, it will appear on your admit card. And when the admit card would come, it would be coming on June 22nd. So on June 22nd, your admit card will mention the assigned test center. Please ensure that you reach the test center sharp by 12:30 p.m. I mean, latest by 12:30 p.m. and you occupy your assigned seat latest by 1:30 p.m. The test will start at 2 p.m. Nobody would be allowed once the test would start. So please make sure you all arrive before time for the test. Now, what is going to be the paper pattern? So the paper pattern is very similar to your JEE or any state engineering entrance exam. So you have questions from physics, chemistry, and maths. The number of questions in physics are 15, chemistry also 15, and maths there would be 30 questions. Each question carries 2 marks. So the total marks for this SIT EEE exam is 120 marks. Please note again, it will be conducted in computer-based test mode. All sections are going to be mandatory and there is no negative marking for wrong answers. So the total duration of the test is going to be 60 minutes. Further, you have to ensure that you have your latest passport size color photograph pasted on the admit card. Once you take the printout, you have to stick the latest passport size photograph. Your photograph should not be old, more than 3 months old, right? So please paste a latest photograph. Also, you have to print those admit cards. Don't use e-copies of your admit card and take color printouts. Black and white printouts will not be accepted. Along with admit card, you also have to carry an original photo identity proof for authentication. You can carry any of the following photo identity proof. It can be passport or driving license or voter ID card or PAN card or Aadhaar card or college ID card, right? So one photo identity proof is mandatory along with a color printout of your admit card, which has a latest photograph of yours. Once you reach to your exam center, an authorized person will verify and authenticate your admit card against the photo ID, right? It's a very important document. Only an authenticated admit card student will be allowed to give the exam. Otherwise, the candidate will not be permitted to appear for the further selection processes. If the authenticated admit card is lost, a duplicate authenticated admit card will not be issued, right? So please retain it till the entire admission process is over. Again, note cell phones, calculators, watch calculators, smart watches, alarm clocks, digital watches, any such kind of smart devices or electronic devices are not allowed in the test hall. You will be debarred from the examination if you are found in possession of any of these gadgets. Candidates will not be allowed to leave the test hall till the test is completed. After the submission of the test, the candidate will not be allowed to even re-enter the test. So you have to be there present in the test hall for the entire 1 hour duration. Candidates are advised to locate the allocated test center at least 1 day in advance so that you don't miss out or there is no issue on the day of the test. Candidates who reach the test center late due to any reason will not be allowed to enter the same under any circumstances after the gates are closed. The traveling and the staying arrangements have to be taken care by the candidates itself. And the scores, once the results have been declared by the Symbiosis Test Secretariat, they would be final and there will be no kind of re-evaluation or appeal which has to be made. All the students who have applied under differently abled, scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, Kashmiri migrants, or any of these categories, they are requested to upload their relevant documents while registering for the exam, right? If you don't upload these documents, you will such candidates will be considered under open category only. Any attempt to indulge in any kind of malpractice during the exam or during any stage of the admission process would immediately disqualify the candidate from any of the admission processes to all the UG programs, right? So please don't go into any of the malpractices. And the Symbiosis Test Secretariat is very strict about any of such things. So if any complaint is being raised, it will lead to immediate disqualification of the candidate from the selection process. So I believe, please be careful, as all the guidelines which I've mentioned here in the webinar, please adhere to them. You all can always refer to the SET website for any further guidelines. Now, regarding the contact us, so this is the on the left hand side you can find all the contact us information regarding the SITEEE exam, right? So how you can reach out via mail and via website or via phone for SITEEE exam. The information is being put there. And once the results are out, if you want to reach out to our SIT Pune admission team, so then you can always reach out to us by visiting us at our address, which, as I said, we are located in the Lovely campus, or you can call at our admission inquiry numbers, or you can reach out to us via our email ID or our website, right? So all this information is there on our website. We would be very happy to solve your queries. Yes, so with this, I would be wishing all of you very best of luck. I would now request our admission team head, Dr. Ravi Shekhar sir. He would be taking up the admission process. So once you get good results in SITEEE, what lies further? What lies next is something which again each one of you would have in your mind. So Ravi sir, over to you. So once we complete with the entire admission process, we will be opening the forum for questions from all of you. So Ravi sir.
Yeah. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So very good afternoon, participants. This is Dr. Ravi. I had a very nice time chatting with all of you. Let me explain the admission process to you. Okay. So admission process starts like this. First step is the paid registration. Okay. This I guess most of you have done. If not, do it soon. The last date is 15th of June. After paid registration, you are supposed to upload some mandatory documents. I'll come to it. After that is your entrance examination itself on 3rd of July for SITEEE and JEE and state government engineering exams also. Those are also having different dates as per their own schedules. After that, you get exam results. After exam results and based on the documents you uploaded, we generate a merit list. That means we give you offer letters offering you different branches. I'll explain the process of that also. Once you receive your offer letters, you have to check your branches and you can make the fees payment of the first installment. And after confirming this branch, you can go for branch change, or if you don't want to go for that branch, you can apply for waitlist. I'll explain them also. Now, the basic thing is you can get into SITEEE through three kinds of examination. First is SITEEE, which is Symbiosis Institute of Technology Engineering Entrance Examination. Second is JEE main based score. And the third is any state government engineering exam. For example, Maharashtra CET or Karnataka CET or Gujarat CET, exams like that. Okay, so this is about paid registration. So for paid registration, you can go to the links on our website. The SITEEE paid registration amount is a total of 2,950 rupees. It is composed of two fees. I mean, the first one is 1,950 for SITEEE examination itself. That will go to the centers and give the examination. And after that, you have to pay 1,000 rupees more and select SIT Pune as the institute of your choice. Please understand that this is a combined UG examination conducted by the university. So 1950 is only for SIT EEE. And after that, we have to specify, the candidate has to specify SIT Pune as his or her choice of taking admission. And to confirm that, another 1,000 rupees is required. Payment of both these, I mean, total of 2950 is very much important. And the last date for it is 15th of June. Please understand that either of them not paid or both of these together not paid students cannot come into SIT. Let's say you just pay 1950 and you don't pay 1000, then you cannot enter into SIT Pune for admissions. Okay. So make sure that you have paid 2950. Okay. Now, through another route, I mean, the JEE mains examination score or any state government engineering exam based score, also you can get admissions in SIT. Okay, these registration links are also there on the website. Okay, but it's a different registration. The fees is only 750 rupees. And if you have paid already for SIT EEE 2950, then this fees is waived off. And through a single registration, you can apply through both of these. I mean, both JEE as well as state government engineering entrance. Okay. So in short, if you are paying for SIT EEE 2950, you can apply through all three. Okay, that's what it means. And in case you have any admissions related to this, any queries related to this, you can always write to us at btechadmissions@sitpune.edu.in. Okay. After paid registration, the next step is to upload some mandatory documents. Okay. Now, what are those mandatory documents? First is your 10th mark sheet. Second is Aadhaar card for your ID proof. And third, if you're applying through SC/ST category, then a caste certificate. Another thing that you get to do while uploading documents is that you can select your branch preferences, which will be taken into account while preparing the merit list and sending you the offer letters. So like P1, P2, like preference 1, preference 2, up to preference 6, we have 6 branches, right? We have mechanical, computers, electronics, artificial intelligence, robotics, civil engineering, like that. So you can select your branch preferences. These preferences will be taken into account while, when the software, admission software allocates you your branch based on your score and based on the available branches. Okay, I'll explain it. But make sure that you have uploaded. Once you have done your registration, there's a different link for uploading. Okay. So the link for registration is different and the link for document uploading is different. Okay. So these links are also there on the website. Go to the correct link. Again, for JEE and any state, the link is different. And for SIT EEE, uploading is the link is different. Go to the correct link. Okay. Use your same login ID that you used during the registration and upload your 10th mark sheet and Aadhaar card. Okay, and caste certificate if applicable. Now, while uploading, make sure that how you have to upload, you have to make a PDF of your 10th mark sheet, basically the front and back side of it, one PDF. Similarly, Aadhaar card also, front and back side of it, one PDF. And same thing for caste certificate also. And these PDFs should not be more than 2 MB of size. And then you can upload them. And after uploading, you have to submit the form. Okay. So this submitting the form and uploading the documents is very much important for a merit listing procedure. Without uploading these forms, I mean these documents, we cannot include you in the merit list. Okay, so please take care of this. If you have any doubts or if you are facing any issues in document uploading process, we have a special email ID just to cater to this. It's btechdocuments@sitpune.edu.in. It's mentioned in the website also, on the website also. Okay, so going ahead. What is the logic of the merit list? Well, the merit list depends on the seat availability, your branch preferences that I explained before, and your score that you'll get in SIT EEE. Now, based on your score and how many students with what scores they are applying for which branch, and what are the available seats in that branch, you're allotted a seat. Now, so higher the SIT EEE score, the higher preference you will get the branch of your higher preference. Now, let's say any two candidates have the same SIT EEE total score. Then what does the software do? They will the software will check and compare the mathematics score of SIT EEE of the two candidates. Okay. So if let's say two candidates have got 100 marks in SITEEE, both have got the same, but it's the total score is a summation of physics, chemistry, and maths marks, isn't it? So if both students have got the same total score, then the software is going to compare their mathematics score. Let's say their math score is also equal, then the software is going to compare their physics scores. And in rare cases, this physics scores are also same. Then the software is going to consider the 10th aggregate. And of course, SITEEE scores all we are going to get from your scores. It's our own exam, but the 10th aggregate we require from you based on the documents that you upload, which will be verified, and based on that, the preferential merit list, a sequential merit list will be generated by the software based on your scores, based on your preferences, and based on which branches you are preferring and what is their availability. Okay. Now, the first merit list of SITEEE tentatively will be declared around 19th of July. We'll get the final date also very soon. Okay, it's a tentative date to give you an idea. Okay, so merit list means what? Basically, merit list is not a list which is put up somewhere. It's basically an admission offer email which is going to be sent to all candidates. What does that email contain? That email contains a link to download the offer letter, admission offer letter. I'll show you how that looks like. And also it has a link to pay the fees to confirm the branch which is offered to you. You can pay the fees just like you make your online payments using credit and debit cards. And there will also be two annexures. First is finance guidelines, and the second is list of all eligibility documents which are supposed to be submitted. Okay, like for example, once you get your 12th results, you are supposed to upload them. Once you get your transfer certificate, leaving certificate, you are supposed to upload them also, things like that. Your new session after the first semester will start tentatively on 18th of August 2022. This is your fee structure, students and parents. So this fee structure is available on the website. Okay, full document is there. I've just taken a snapshot of it for just one branch. Don't worry, the same fees is there for all branches. Okay, so the first installment over here is 1,50,000. Total is 280. Hostel and mess. So we also have a very good facilities of hostel and mess over here, and very scenic and hilly and green environment. So of course, it is optional to stay in the hostel. It's not compulsory. And this is the fee structure for that. Also, in the same fee structure document, if you scroll down at the bottom, you'll find these hostel and mess fees. For 3 sharing, the total comes to around 2,07,000. Okay. In case, what happens when the merit is basically 5 days to make a decision, about the branches offered to you. Okay, so let's say on 19th of July, you are sent an offer letter stating that you are getting such and such branch. So now what you have to do is, if it is as per your preference, you pay the fees and get it confirmed. Let's say it was not as per your top preference, you got second preference or third preference, maybe. Then you have two options. The first is branch change. You can confirm the seat by paying the fees, and then you can apply for branch change to your whatever preferential branches that you wanted. And in the subsequent merit list, if the cutoffs come down, then you can get that branch. Okay. What happens in wait list? So let's say the student doesn't want to keep the branch which has been currently allotted to him or her. So they say, no, I just want that one branch. I don't want any other branch. So what the student can do is don't make the payment in that 5-day period. Okay. Don't make the payment after the offer letter is received. And after the 5 days, what will happen is that offered seat will be deallocated from the candidate and freed up. And what happens in waitlist is, if the offered seat is not confirmed by the last date of payment, then the candidate is automatically waitlisted in the higher preference. The software understands that the student does not want, let's say, preference 3, then he or she is automatically waitlisted in the first or second preferences, the higher preferences. You don't have to apply separately for waitlist. To contact us, all these numbers are on the website. For general inquiries, you can contact on BTech admissions. Document uploading, you can contact us on BTech documents. These are our general helpline and hostel helpline numbers. For branch specific inquiries, these numbers are there. These numbers are also available on the website. I'll just take a snapshot from there. Okay, that's it. And thank you and welcome to SITEE. That's it from me, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. Thank you very, very much. So I believe this entire admission process has been understood by each one of you. Now I would just request students, don't worry a lot about the admission process, right? What is important for you now is how you prepare for the exam and how you all do well for the exam, right? Yeah, we would be answering queries. We have been receiving many queries in the chat box, but our team has been effectively answering all the questions. But we also wanted you all to pay attention to whatever sir was saying because they are very important points. And from now on, we will be opening the forum for questions. Now, there are certain questions which we receive every year, and we know that yes, these questions every student who would be giving SITEEE has in their mind. So for that reason, what we have done today is we have invited our previous year SITEEE toppers for this interaction, right? And we thought that yes, our students themselves can help you all understand how to prepare for the exam, what tips they refer to prepare for the exam, what kind of questions, what kind of challenges they had. So rather than every time listening to us and listening to teachers, it's always a good idea to listen from their seniors, right? So I'll just invite those students over here. So I'll first start with Pratham. Pratham, let me just allow you to unmute. Pratham, can you unmute?
Good evening, ma'am.
Yeah, good evening, Pratham. Yeah, you can switch on your camera, dear. I would request all participants will be answering your questions in the chat, but most of the times what you'll ask in chat is actually been answered in the webinar itself. So please pay attention to the answers. If they are still not resolved, then we would be, taking up the remaining questions in the chat. So please, please, please pay attention to whatever our students are answering. Right? So yes, Pratham. Pratham, am I audible to you?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So Pratham, this is a very common question which I'm getting in the chat box. Even you might have seen it in the chat box. Is that okay? Now, before I go to the question, I would like to introduce Pratham. So Pratham is our first year computer science engineering student, right, Pratham? And very polite student, and I really had a nice time interacting with him last week. So Pratham, this is a common question which all the students are asking.
Different policy ka link
Which are the important topics in each subject and how much time is there to prepare for the subject? So how did you prepare for SITEEE? What topics you referred? And there are no previous year question papers, right? SITEEE or SET does not share previous year question papers. That this is something which I will inform all the candidates. पहले के question papers नहीं available है directly. So, Pratham, can you tell us your experience about how did you prepare? Which books did you refer?
Ma'am, the books that were given to us in our 11th and 12th, that would be beneficial. Then I referred to some YouTube videos like Physics Wala, that helped. Then as far as important topic goes, it depends on every student. Like if there are some topics that I know better than my friend, I would give less time to those topics. So I can't really say what topics would be hard and what topics would be, important. It depends on how you have prepared. But I mean, like in general, the important topics in physics were thermodynamics, optics, waves, then error analysis, and all that. Chemistry, I would say physical chemistry, it was atomic structure, equilibrium, then electrochemistry, kinematics, and all that. And maths, I would suggest that you should practice maths every day, because there is no particular like way you can learn mathematics other than practicing. So I would suggest everyone that they should practice maths every day and then just manage stuff. Like manage how the other preparations are going.
So did you get sufficient time to prepare? I mean, whatever books you were referring for JEE or for any other engineering exam, were that those sufficient to prepare for SITEEE?
Yes, ma'am. I mean, you have to work hard, obviously, but still, it was sufficient.
Right. Thank you, Pratap. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Next, we would like to have Jill. Let me just unmute her. Yes, Jill, can you please unmute yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So, guys, we have Jill Kapadia, again, a first year BTech student. So, Jill, again, a common question which all the students are having. How similar is the difficulty level of SITEEE with JEE mains, right? Because all these students, just like you might have also appeared or registered for JEE along with SITEEE. So, what would you like to, advise all your juniors regarding that?
Yeah, so first of all, basically, SITEEE is comparatively easier than that of JEE. The difficulty level may not be that high. Like if you compare the entrance exam with national level exams like JEE, then obviously JEE is much tough. Set entrance exam test your basic fundamentals about physics, chemistry, and maths. Don't take
Okay.
it easy. It's basically if you have prepared well for other entrances and boards as well. Uh, if you compare the level of from JEE mains, then definitely it is easier.
Right. So you found, I mean, if you were preparing for JEE mains, it's on similar lines and you can prepare easily for SITEEE also, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any particular subject you felt was tough or you thought you had to put a little more efforts in learning the topics of those subjects?
Particularly, I felt physics was much tougher because you cannot guarantee what type of questions could come in the exam. Like, what are the conditions you could apply in that particular question? And that is not something that you can learn it off. It's just you need to understand the concepts very clearly.
Right, exactly. Vikas sir, yes, compared JEE or MHCET or any state engineering entrance exam, the exam paper pattern is the same. So no such differentiation as such. Okay, can you all also tell any books which you all refer, because that is something which is being asked again and again. So any books which you recollect you might have referred, Jill or even Pratham. You can put it in the chat box also if you would like to tell us any particular book which you thought was important. Okay, till the time they answer to this, I would like to call Manya now. Manya, let me just unmute. 1 second. Yes, Manya.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, all.
Yeah, good afternoon. Yeah, thank you, Manya, for joining. So, guys, one important thing which I'm really thankful to all these students. They have their ESE exams starting from Monday, right? And in spite of that, they have really, taken out some time and joined here today. So, thank you to all these students again, right? So, Manya, to repeat my question, how do you increase the efficiency for the exam? I mean, what efforts did you take to increase efficiency for the exam? Any important books which you referred for the exams? Can you please tell?
Okay, so for the books, I will just share with all of them in the chat box after the meeting, of course. I mean, after my speech. So for efficiency, something that I suggest all of the students before SITEEE that you should be prepared before start studying, and you should be clear about your goals, strategy, and as well as the resources that you have and the study material. Firstly, you should follow the study schedule and routine that you have basically prepared. You should never postpone it, and because routine helps in managing time and well between studies and other tasks. Try to study at the same time every day. That helps you train yourself to know as soon as that helps your hour strike. Secondly, turn off all the distraction. Your best study comes in silence when you have complete focus on concentration. So get rid of anything that's distracting you. Third, Measure your performances in tests, like mock tests, and test yourself. Ask someone, ask your friends to help you with mock test and all. And also get help and feedback. You understood the concept. You are able to solve problems. You are doing good. All fine. No, you are not. To review what you are learning and practicing, ask the teacher if your methods are incorrect or correct. You are learning the right way or not. Take study breaks also. 10 hours is enough. There is a high probability of exhaustion due to this. Efficiency is about knowing your concentration limits also. Maybe you need to take a 10 minutes break after an hour of study also. So just know yourself better and make a proper schedule according to that and follow it.
Yes, very correctly mentioned by Manya, right? You have to turn off your distractions, you have to measure your performance, and you have to give equal weightage to all the subjects. And we are getting these questions again in the chat box that what is the ratio of 11th to 12th portion? So Manya, can you, I mean, do you recollect ऐसा था कि 11th के portion से आया था, 12th के नहीं आया था, ऐसा कुछ? If you can tell.
So I think for SITEE, I remember it was 40-60%. It was 60 to 70% from 12th and 30 to 40% from 11th. The more weightage was for 12th, of course.
So where you have to give importance to both the years, right? Physics, chemistry, and maths has been taught to you all in 11th as well as 12th, right? So 11th has more foundations of these courses, and 12th have some more advanced topics, right? So you have to give importance to all the topics which are being taught in 11th and 12th. And one more thing, the books which have been used are students have been always pasting those reference books which they referred, right? Every year the exam paper is set on similar lines, right? So the books which you are referring to prepare now for JEE or for any state entrance exams, you can always refer to that. The tips which our students are giving is from their own personal experience. We are not recommending that only this book should be learned or something of that sort. It's just some references which we are providing in front of you. Okay, now some questions we also had in the chat box regarding what the student feels as being a first year student here at SIT. So I would like to call Adit from first year AIML. So Adit, I have sent you request to unmute. Adit?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Adit. Yes, so Adit is enrolled in our first year AIML. Good afternoon, Adit. Yeah, so I had this question, rather most of the participants here would have a question that how was your first at SIT? Because the admission process for you all was conducted in during the COVID pandemic, right? It was conducted in an online mode. And then this semester you all joined college in the offline mode, right? So how was your first year at SIT?
So first of all, I would like to wish everyone a very good afternoon. And basically, now sitting here, I'm like getting a lot of flashbacks and nostalgia because exactly like about a year ago, I was part of the people here in the WebEx meeting and trying to ask questions about SIT. So it feels good after completing 1 year. So coming to the question, basically, my first year at SIT has been truly amazing. Well, I would say it had all the elements which I always wanted to have as an undergraduate student, starting from the campus or the, let's say, the student life in SIT, which I believe is the most important thing for any student. So SIT made me feel like it's a home away from home. Well, so be it from the fellow peers which we have here and my colleagues, my friends whom I've made a lot of friends, they actually form an important part of our growth in SIT. So it's like an equal mix of fun and also work because when it comes to work, there's a good competitive spirit among my friends, which is like very important. And exactly as ma'am said, we had our first semester online, which was a totally different experience. And definitely, I would say offline classes are much better because we have lots of labs in SIT, most of which even after 1 year, I have not like totally explored all the labs. And firstly, I would say once coming to campus offline, there are like a plethora of people all over the country or even all over the world. So the thing is, we get to interact and socialize with people, and we get to know about different cultures, which is very amazing. And the second thing I enjoyed in my first year is the equal academic and extracurricular balance. I feel, which is very important, because we have our equal academic events, we have our competitions, we have our hackathons, tech fest, seminars, and also we have some industry experts coming in, or we go to industry visits. At the same time, we also have equal extracurricular activities. We have a sports event, and someone in the chat box also asked about the sports facilities. There are totally top class for sports facilities, and we also have our annual sports competition between different branches. So that is really amazing. We also have a cultural fest and farewells, which is all definitely very fun to be a part of. So one thing which really I like about first year is I have been exposed to so many various learning, both academic and extracurricular, and there are various clubs as well. Or let's say there's the acting club, there's a dance club, there's also for AI club for artificial intelligence, which I'm a part of. So the first year itself has been so happening and very exciting and fun, that I'm actually looking forward to the next 3 years also of my academic life in SIT.
Yes, I believe you are really enjoying your time here. One more thing, Adit, as these students would also have this question, they y'all give so many different exams while choosing your college for engineering. So it's always a dilemma as to which institute to join, right? There are so many courses been offered, and nowadays students are willing to go through different parts. So why did you take the decision to enroll at SIT?
Okay, so basically, once you all entered into SIT, and this was the most common questions all our seniors asked us, is why SIT? I have been personally asked this question about 20 to 30 times now. But I would say why SIT exactly is because I have browsed to many engineering colleges across the country, just like many students over here who have now completed their class 12th or are giving their exams. So they were like, specifically, I wanted to do engineering. And the thing was that my primary domain is in the field of cybersecurity. So, so whenever I browsed through various colleges, there was something about SIT which immediately made me feel like this needs to be in my top three preferences. Firstly, the various programs offered is truly amazing. And since, as I said, my primary domain is cybersecurity, then comes artificial intelligence and IoT, which is the Internet of Things. There is a course in SIT called AIML, which I'm a part of, which stands for Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning. This course covers almost everything which I wanted to learn, because basically cybersecurity, there are many people who also asked for cybersecurity in the chat box. Cybersecurity is more like a master's course or as a course you would do on your own, such as I myself have done few cybersecurity certifications myself. But especially when it came to hunting for colleges, SIT's AIML program, I think it's there on the website. The entire 4 year syllabus is beautifully crafted out, and that definitely felt like this is really amazing. Plus, ma'am already explained that we could also take an additional subject as minors from different branches. So I can take some subject from CSE, or from civil I can take management planning. From we have a department called RNA, which is the robotics and automation. So I can learn something from there. So it'll be a mixture of both hardware and software based learning for me. And this exactly had every subject I wanted to learn. And apart from that, there was this sheer amount of opportunities provided to students, be it the endless labs or the student immersion program or the semester exchange program where we would go for a semester abroad. We have various summer internships and winter internships, the winter school program, which you can take a part of. So I believe that definitely made taking SIT a very primary criteria. And most important thing was, this was apart from the very cliche engineering courses which other colleges provide. If I could, I would call this engineering plus. And definitely SIU and the brand name it has is all well heard of. And SIT Pune felt like this might be the right decision for me to excel in my career. And important has been the faculty over here has been amazing, the peers as well. So 1 year in SIT, I can definitely say that I'm proud that I made this decision, and I'm very happy with SIT.
Thank you so much, Adit. It is very lovely to get all the positive feedback. And yeah, this is again a very important point which Adit made, was that irrespective of which branch you belong to, you can always take up a minor degree from other branches, right? So I would like to put up this question to Pratham, because I believe that would be the last question which we would have for the student interaction, and then we would just answer the admission related queries. So Pratham, are you there online?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so Pratham, you enrolled in CSE, right? But there might be some students who might be passionate about maybe electronics, or they might be passionate about civil or robotics. So what is your advice? Because it's not that always CSE is something which you have to go for, or maybe it all depends on what you are passionate about. So what would you like to, advise your peers and your juniors by selecting a discipline? Yes.
Ma'am, I would like to say that
Pratham, you are
it's never
not
about
audible.
that CS is the best branch.
Hello?
Ma'am, am I? Am I audible?
Hello? Can someone tell me if Pratham is audible or not?
Yes, madam.
Okay, Pratham, you can continue. Maybe some problem at my end.
Not audible, madam.
Yeah, I'm unmuting him. Yeah, Pratham,
Am I audible, ma'am?
unmute? Can you speak now?
Am I audible?
Yes,
ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, can you repeat the question, please?
Yes, Pratham. Which branch should we take up?
I would suggest that it depends on the interest of every student. Like I preferred doing coding and programming. That's why I took CS. But there are some of my friends who are from ENTC and RNA, robotics and automation, and AIML. Like Adit, he is one of my friends. They chose those disciplines because they thought that they were good in that particular field. So it's not like CS is the best branch, so you should just run into that no matter how hard it is. You should prefer every branch. You should prefer the branch in which you think you can succeed, because it's all about the hard work that you can do. So that is my suggestion, that don't just think about CS. Just assess yourself first, that what do you like. If you like cybersecurity, like Adit said, you can go for AIML. If you like robotics and automation, there is a field for that. Then if you like building things, there's a mechanical branch, and like that.
Yes, correct, Pratham. So it all depends on your passion, right? So if you are like someone who would like to work with hardware, then you have ENTC, you have robotics, and all these branches. If you are into machines, then you can have your mechanical engineering. If you like structures, you have civil engineering. If you like coding, you have CSE and AI, right? So it all depends on what you like, and then accordingly you can go in for those branches. Right. So thank you to all the students. And we would now just take up quickly, we are to the end of this webinar, we'll just take up quickly some generic admission related queries, and then we would conclude the webinar. Thank you, Pratham. Thank you for joining. Yes. Yeah. So there are certain questions. Ravi sir, can you please unmute yourself? I have few questions which I have been receiving.
Yes.
If you could quickly answer them.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
So, sir, again, if you could repeat the admission rounds and something about the cutoffs and something, if you could just brief them about that at this stage.
Okay. So students, SITEEE examination. Okay, once again the dates. Okay. So 15 June is the last date for paid registration for SITEEE. 3rd July is the date of your SITEEE exam. Okay, all the best for that. And 3rd of July. And 12th of July is the date when your SITEEE results will be declared. And in a week's time from there, okay, around 19th of July, we'll declare a first merit list. After the first merit list, you'll get 5 days to make the payment and confirm the seats that you have been offered. And after that, you can go for wait list of branches, as I explained. And of course, you can contact us back and we can explain this process all over again. That's not an issue. And after the 5 days are over, then after that we see how the seats are filled in and all. And based on the demand, based on the situation, we can have another round in another 4-5 days or so. Okay, so like that, we can have another second round of SITEEE base course. And again, when the second merit list is announced, again you have 5 days to pay. In the second merit list, you'll also get some branch change and wait list being processed, okay, based on your scores and the cutoffs coming down, if at all. Depends from year to year. So once again, so cutoffs means, see, it depends on the difficulty level of the question paper of SITEEE, okay, and also on your preparation levels and how many students score how many top marks based on, let's say 120, 120, how many students are there on 120? Do I have 10 students on 120 or do I have 25 or 50 students on 120? It may differ. Based on that, the cutoffs can vary really a lot. Marks of JEE mains, answer key. I don't think the answer key is out.
Yes, there are no previous year papers and there are no answer keys which have been shared by the secretariat. Please remember, you have to just prepare on the topics which have been taught in 11th and 12th. There are no sample papers. You can just practice your JEE exam, right? Have your practice for JEE. You have to just do the similar practice. And I'm sure each one of you would be doing really well for your SITEEE, right? So please stop worrying. And regarding cutoffs and all, the entire process will start once your results will be out, right? So just like Ravi sir correctly mentioned, cutoffs are very dynamic. It's going to change every year depending how many students give the exam, how many of them have been scoring in what range. So depending on that, you will be getting an understanding of which branch you would get admitted to. Last year's cutoffs are going to vary for each and every branch, right? So, but I would believe if the exam is of 120 marks, it's always a good idea to score above 100, right? So that would, it's just a rough number from our side, but then always try to score well so that you all would get admission into a branch of your choice.
So
Ravi sir?
let me take some more questions. Chanel says, for registration through JEE mains, what will be the last date? See, the JEE examination itself is not conducted yet, so you still have the time to register, but register it quickly. Okay, and all the best for your JEE. Exam will be conducted online. No, Seshadri, you can go to settest.org. It's center-based test. So there are 80 test centers all across India. You have to select one of those centers. Okay, and you have to go to that center on the examination date at that time, and on a computer you'll sit and give the test. Okay, that's how it is. Can you please tell when will answer keys? No answer keys, I don't think so. Marks of JEE mains. Yeah, so JEE mains and CET. So I mentioned it is a state government engineering exam. So like that, any government state exam of any state of India can be considered. So when you have given that examination, you got that scorecard, you can register through that particular link. You have that separate registration link for these exams, and then you follow the process, upload your scorecards and all, and I can apply through that route as well. I don't think we have previous year's papers. So Danish says, what if you apply through CET? Okay, fees in 5 days. Okay, what I meant, Danish, is that when the merit list is declared, okay, when the offer letters, when admission offer letters are sent to you, whether it is from SITEEE or whether it is through CET or whether it is through JEE, okay. The thing is, we are offering the students a branch which is written in that offer letter. Now, the students have 5 days to make a decision to take this call, whether they want to go with that offered branch or not. And that period is 5 days to make that decision. If you go with that decision, you can make that payment of fees, 1,50,000 in that payment link and confirm the branch, or you can go for the waiting list of your higher preference. I hope that's clear, Danish. We'll be getting percentile.
Because I understand that the exams of JEE are still not being conducted. So only after the exams are being conducted, we would be running out the merit list on basis of those registrations. Right. So as of now, we have we have some seats which are kept for JEE and MSCT, but it all depends on when the government conducts the exam and when the results are out. So hence
And
we request all of you to please appear for the SITEE EEE.
yeah, so Sanvi, you don't get 10 percentile marks for SITEE EEE. You get scores like 110, 111, 120, like that. Okay. Seshadri, it's
The
not
top
online.
5.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, sir. Continue.
Registration through JEE Mains, what will be the last date? There is no last date as yet for JEE Mains because the exam is still not conducted, but please register. Admission will also taken on CET. Yes, through CET also you can take admission, but right now focus on SITEE EEE. Saharsh, cutoff answer is given. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, we have few questions regarding fee structure. The fee structure for all the branches is same. There is no difference in the fee for any of the branches. So all, whether it is CSE, electronics and telecommunications, civil engineering, mechanical engineering, AI and machine learning, and robotics and automation. All these branches have the same fee structure. There is no concession in the fee for any reserved category. Right?
Anushka,
And yes,
Anushka sent an email of your details. We'll help you out. Okay. You don't need to pay for JEE if you paid for SITEE EEE.
the top 5 branches which get filled first, all our branches get filled first in SITEE. There's no such thing as top 5 branches. All the branches get filled.
How are the marks of JEE CET considered? Same consideration because you have your JEE score, you have your branch preferences, and you have the available seats of each branch. Okay, so those are compared. Fine. In JEE also you have physics, chemistry, and maths. Okay, so there also if the two scores are clashing, then the software will consider mathematics. After that physics, and after that 10th. Same procedure. So just instead of SITEE EEE scorecard, you have your JEE scorecard or your CET scorecard. Okay, the logic is the same. Adhiya, exchange programs is international exchange program with international university starts in second year. Don't worry from now. Okay, first you come into SIT and we'll send you for exchange program for sure for 6 months. Don't worry. Okay, you just need to get more than 7 GPA and be a good student and apply and then clear their interviews and you can go abroad. SIT triple is tougher than CET. You tell me, Tanay. I have paid the fees. Okay.
एंड प्लीज SIT EEE में फेल हो गया तो क्या करना है? पहले एग्जाम तो दो. अभी से क्यों सोच रहे हो कि फेल होंगे या पास होंगे?
Is it possible
एग्जाम
to
अच्छे से पढ़ाई अच्छे से की है तो SIT EEE में भी पास होंगे, JEE में भी पास होंगे. तो ऐसा नहीं है.
prepare well,
Right,
give the
Subhir?
exam. Don't take tension. अच्छे से prepare करो, JEE का exam भी दो, SIT EEE भी दो. Okay, do your best. Okay? Just prepare and give the exam nicely. Scorecard will come after 15th August. This is because JEE or something. What are you saying?
JEE, sir. He is mentioning about JEE. The first year is going to start in the month of August tentatively as of now. It all depends on how and when the admission process gets over.
Sachin sir, please send us an email on BTech admissions ID. We'll take up the details. This is under international admission. This is a different route. Please send an email to us, Sachin sir. We will take it up. How will the merit list be
Any
standardized?
candidate who is facing issues regarding their registration or fee payment or all of that, you all are please requested to send a separate mail to BTech admissions. Right? So via that, we would be resolving the queries. Yes, Ravi sir.
Because merit list is not going to be finalized before JEE and CET. This merit list is for SIT EEE. So after entrance examination scores are declared, after that we ask you to upload the documents, we verify them, and then the merit listing happens. Okay, so JEE mains merit list will be after JEE mains result. CET merit list will be after CET exam result. Okay, Vikas. You don't share your personal numbers over here, Anushka. What percentage of seats are reserved for JEE? Oh, yeah. So around 20-25%. Actually, JEE plus CET, okay, that means 30%. CET is in August. How can we get preferred branch after results? Yeah, we have some seats reserved for CET. But students, maximum seats are reserved for SITEE EEE, by the way. So that's a very good question, Danish. Most of the seats, let me say around 70% or so, are reserved through SITEE EEE. Okay, so give SIT EEE.
Yeah, that is what we are insisting from the start. The JEE exam dates, the CET exam dates are still not being, very much finalized, and when the results would also be there. Also, we cannot delay the start of our semester, right? The first year is going to start somewhere in the month of August. So if you want to come into SIT, make sure you register for SIT EEE, because that is going to be sure shot conducted on 3rd of July, and the results would be there out by 12th of July, right? So, and again, as sir mentioned, there are more seats reserved for SIT EEE. So, if you are in that dilemma, make sure you register for SIT EEE.
Pratik, there is no concession in fees for reserved category. Okay, fees is same for everybody. Is it possible to score good marks if you only study class 12? Shah, study well, you'll do well. Are there more seats reserved for SIT EEE? Yes, more seats are reserved for SIT EEE. Kehna. Where should I upload number? Here. Acha. No, Anushka, you need to email us at btechadmissions@sitpune.edu.in. Okay, then we'll talk to you. So if you are
I
up
think
with some other college period of
we have answered most of the questions.
to be on the safe side. Okay, so come to SIT to be on the safe side, Sanvi. You'll get very good placements. Topmost package was 42 lakh this year. Average is almost 10 LPA. What more you want? Safe side is to be an SIT. Scholarship, there is a link, Danish. You go through that. Hostel fees I have already shown. It's around 2 lakh rupees. Manav.
Difficulty level of SIT EEE in front of CET. I think we need to give these students some time now to prepare for SIT EEE. They're very much concerned. So we need to probably end this webinar so that you all open your books and start studying.
Yeah.
Right? So it's
Gehna, more seats are for SIT EEE. Okay, more seats are for SIT EEE, Gehna. You're asking this again and again. Is there no branch for information technology? No, we have artificial intelligence now. Why you want information technology? It's old technology. Now we have AI ML branch, artificial intelligence and machine learning. Okay, and we have specialization related to artificial intelligence offered to all branch students also. Okay, so if I perform bad in SIT EEE, no, Deep, you'll perform good in SIT EEE. Yeah, you can also apply through JEE. Can we apply for SIT admission?
So I believe we have.
No, you cannot.
The questions are more or less repeating now.
Shivi, you cannot apply for SIT after 15th of June. Okay, nobody can apply for SIT EEE, SIT EEE after 15th of June. If you want to apply through JEE, yes, you can apply later. Through JEE mains also, admission procedure is same. You register through the JEE mains link. Okay, go to the website, register through JEE link. We have different links for SIT EEE and JEE.
Our team has shared maximum links in the chat box. They're all there on the website, right? So please refer the website for scholarships, everything.
Drishti, you have to pay, all candidates have to confirm admission by paying the first installment of fees, which is 1,50,000. Okay, it doesn't depend on SIT EEE. Through any entrance examination you are coming in, the confirmation is through payment of first installment of fees. What time the first semester starts? Around 18th of August, Rahul. Safe side.
Tane, how many exams we need to clear? No, we are giving an option. Either you give SIT EEE and score well, or JEE, or any state entrance, engineering entrance exam. So these are the three ways via which you can come to SIT, right? So any of these three exams, if you give, you have to apply for SIT's merit list, and then accordingly, on the basis of how you score, you will be getting admission to SIT.
Thank you, Atharva, for appreciating us, and I hope we see you here in college. So we have to register through JEE after the scores are announced? No, Shanil, you can register right now also. Registrations are open for JEE also. Register. See, registration links are also being shared. Okay.
Registration for SIT EEE is going to close on 15th. The registration for JEE and any state is going to stay on since the exams are still not conducted, right? So JEE and any state engineering entrance registrations are going to be on. For SIT EEE, you have to hurry up because 15 June is the deadline.
Fees refund policy is on website, Drishti. How many students are appearing for SITEEE? The number is still going up. It's in thousands and thousands.
Minimum eligibility, yeah, it is 45% for open category in PCM.
SITEEE is offline. You have to go to the exam center and give it on a PC. Admissions are through SITEEE also, CET also, JEE also, but maximum seats are through SITEEE.
Yes, Anushka, you will get nearest center. Don't worry, our centers are there all across India, and we never make it inconvenient for any of the candidates. So don't worry, you'll get the nearest center. Whatever center choice you have put, you will get it accordingly. And yes, the exam is for 1 hour, and I'm sure you will be able to complete the exam.
Thanks, Pratik, for appreciating us. How many exams we need to clear to get into SIT? Just one, SITEEE, Tanay. Do you have any second attempt for SITEEE? No, not really. Can we get, thank you. Okay, very informative. Thank you so much. Admit cards, you can go to SITEE.org, okay? SITEE test for admit card and SITEEE.
That would be 22nd June, sir. Admit card would be out on 22nd June.
22nd June, yeah. Minimum eligibility, 45%.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Continue.
Minimum eligibility, 45% in physics, maths, chemistry, or / vocational. So if you have appeared for a vocational exam in your +2, in 12th, and in place of chemistry, you can put vocational, get a better percentage. Okay. For CST category, it is minimum 40. 40 means 40, huh? And 45 means 45. 44.9 भी नहीं चलेगा. 45 means 45. 40 means 40.
Yes, we are very strict on our eligibility because they are as per AICTE norms, and all the admissions at SIT take place purely on basis of merit, right? So as sir mentioned, 44.9 भी नहीं चलेगा. 45% is required for open and 40% if you belong to the reserve category. And the number of seats in AIML is 120, civil it is 60, computer science engineering 180, electronics and telecommunication 120, mechanical 60, and robotics automation 60.
Vasvi, send us a mail on BTech admissions. Okay, we'll see about your payment registration. Okay. Which documents we have to submit before 15 June? No, dear Aryan, you just have to register before 15 June. Okay, documents are 10th and Aadhaar card. Thanks, Abhay. Nearest center, it's on settest.org website. Okay, Anushka. Ability. Do we get to select center? Yes. Okay.
So I think we have answered most of the questions. So yeah.
Thanks, Ritik.
So yes, sir. So I think we have answered most of the questions in the chat box, and all what we have answered is already there on the website, right? If you all have any more questions or queries, then you can always mail to BTech admissions email ID, right? And no, the seats are less in robotics and automation because we have started it last year, right?
Just started.
So eventually, yeah, just started. So
robotics
eventually we will increase. Yeah.
So because our country is expanding, it's really developing so fast. So robotics and automation is going to increase. Not to worry.
Currently, there are 16 seats, and there is no automobile engineering at SIT. Yeah. So general queries, btechadmissions@sitpune.edu.in.
So Ritika, instead of chemistry, you just count vocational if you have given in 12th for PCM, like a PMC percentage, physics, chemistry, physics, maths, chemistry. Instead of that, you can calculate PMV, physics, maths, chemistry. Okay, but that's only for 45%. I'm sure you are getting more than 45% in PCM also. So.
Shreyans, we have already answered this question regarding seats. सीट्स के बारे में इतना मत सोचिए. अभी वेबिनार के बाद एग्जाम में कैसे पढ़ना है उसके बारे में सोचिए. और SIT EEE के लिए if you have not registered, then go and register, right? So You don't have to worry about seats and cutoffs as of now.
Ritika, write to us and we'll clarify in detail. Okay.
Which question, Aryan? Which question has not been answered? Fifth or sixth time you have asked.
Recording.
Okay. Recording, yes, we will be sharing. So that's not a problem.
Achha, by the way, students, please feel free to visit the campus, okay? Please
Yes.
come here, please meet us, please talk to us. Okay, it will be very nice, I'll be so happy to talk to you in person.
Last year we had all this admission process online. So this time sir and we and all of us were very cheerful to actually interact with these students offline. Yeah, one day he has already committed, so he's going to come one day and meet you.
Aryan, come any day, okay? Come on Monday, today's Saturday, come on Monday. We'll take coffee in the
We are there from Monday to Saturday from 9 to 5, 9 to 4, right? हाँ, अभी बस SIT triple crack करना है, right?
Yes, that's it. Yes, Tejas, waiting for you. Thank you, Subhadeep.
Yeah. So wishing all of you a very, very best of luck for the exam.
Thank you, Shreya.
सब टॉपर आ जाए, सबको 120 out of 120 होपफुली अच्छे से करोगे तो मिल ही जाएगा, right? And we at SIT should really have be very worried कि अभी किसको सीट दें, कैसे मेरिट लिस्ट बनाए, right? So इतने अच्छे से एग्जाम आप सब दीजिएगा, right? So thank you so much. Yeah. Yes. So.
Yes, Shreya. हमारा आशीर्वाद.
Okay, sir. So thank you to the entire team. Thank you to Abhijit sir, Deepali ma'am, and who else? Our entire team. I'm just looking out. Aniket sir and Jayashri ma'am and all of them, Priya ma'am, all of them who joined from the admission team, from the promotions team, from each and every department. Thank you so much for taking out time. And yes, thank you to all our students. As I said, their exams are there from Monday, and yet they have taken out time to come for this interaction. And thank you, Ravi sir, for joining. And thank you so much. And have a nice day, everyone. Thank you, sir. So we can end the meeting. Also, we can end the meeting.